Pots, Pans, Pioneers. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3-ingredient chocolate mousse. And I'm going to put together a little dessert. But the metal bowl here is all frosty because I've put it into the freezer. You want to make sure that when you're whipping heavy cream, which is what we're about to use, to always use a cold bowl. And I put this in the freezer so it's going to whip a lot faster. To get our mousse started, we're going to use 1.5 cups of heavy cream, and I'm just using the Land O'Lakes heavy cream, heavy whipping cream is what I'm using. So we're going to use, I'm going to go ahead and, I think this is 2 cups, it should be, yep. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 cups, and I'm going to reserve some of the whipping cream for the top of the dessert. But for the recipe for the mousse, it's 1.5 cups of heavy cream. If you already have whipped topping, you don't have to put the 2 cups, if that makes any sense. Okay, we're going to use our egg beater here on our KitchenAid. And we're going to whip this on high. I'm going to start out low, and then we'll whip it on high, and then I'm going to add some powdered sugar. Now, once it becomes frothy like this, where there's a lot of bubbles, that's when you want to that's when you want to add your sugar. And you can sift this or not sift this, but we're going to whip it so much that I think it's going to break up everything. Pretty sure. This is 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Since I have a little bit more whipping cream than normal, I'm going to add just a little bit more powdered sugar. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and whip this on high. You can add a little bit of flavoring. I'm going to do almond, but you could add a little bit of vanilla if you wanted. I'm just going to go with almond. Okay, this is pretty much whipped cream. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my reserve so we can get on with the recipe. I'm just going to put this in a bowl and put it in the refrigerator just so I can add this to the topping later. Okay, to this we're going to add 1/4 cup of cocoa, and I'm using organic cocoa. The more chocolate you add, the richer it's going to be. Just an FYI. And if you whip this too long, too high, it's going to turn into butter. So it's really sensitive. Just be careful. Mix it, fold it around and make sure it's all together so I can do it for less time and it won't turn into butter. just gonna make sure the cocoa gets off of the sides of the bowl. Now we'll put a little bit more on there. Okay, there you have the chocolate mousse. Now I'm going to take this a step further and I'm going to build a dessert with this chocolate mousse. You could eat this absolutely plain with berries. You could put it in a piping bag and you could, you know, use it for a layer, an inside layer of a cake. You could pipe it on top of cupcakes. I'm going to use it in combination with a dessert that I'm going to create here. Okay, let's move the thing out of the way. Okay, so I've made a round pan of brownies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chocolate mousse on top of that. And I made these yesterday. I just put them on saran wrap, but it's just a round 9-inch cake pan of brownies, and you can do them from scratch or out of the box, it doesn't matter. So then I'm going to add the chocolate mousse on top. And then we're just going to spread this around. Now you'll need to keep this in the refrigerator. It is so good. Dollops of whipped cream, and I'm just going to dollop them. This is so good. Now you could leave the dollops, or you could spread it all around so that every piece that you cut gets whipped cream, which I'm going to do. This is a chocolate mousse with a brownie bottom, and I just think that it is so good. If you love chocolate, this will be an easy thing for you to do and very inexpensive. And I guess you could use Cool Whip, but it's not going to taste the same. So, alright. And the very next thing I think we should do is take a little bit of this cocoa powder. And I think we ought to just do some cocoa powder on top of the whipped cream. You could do chocolate shavings. Alright, let's serve it up. Use the back of this knife because this is non-stick. I mean, come on, y'all. Look at that. This is so good. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you'll join me next time. And everybody have a blessed day, and please find somebody to bless.